everybody. What a wonderful Thursday it is. That's my fake liquid death can because, we drank all of them. Sorry, all the limes are gone, and more are on the way, but not for today's show. Vince Quinn, how are you, sir? Welcome aboard.
Well, John.
Ooh.
Wow, there's a Roman candle in my liquid death, John. Where did that come from? That was crazy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, there's only one in every 800 cases, so, make sure you keep buying those cases.
That's right. And if you get the Roman candle, you get a fire.
In your house. Open all of your liquid death outside, folks. It's a new rule. Okay, maybe not. But, yeah, I'm good. I mean, obviously, behind the scenes, we've got a million things going on.
Yes.
Am I emotionally toast? Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is why I'm regretting the fact that I'm going to have to yell at you already, starting from a Twitter argument.
Wait.
Yeah.
Let's not yell yet. Let's make some. Listen, training
Fine.
camp officially ended today, which means a lot of things. First and foremost, I believe the Miami Dolphins have the monkeypox or whatever the fuck's going on there.
Whatever they're pooping out.
Yeah.
Apparently they spent a lot of time on the toilet.
So hope everyone's okay. And clearly the Eagles did not party with any of the Dolphins players the night before. So good on you.
All right.
And everyone got into fights. Great. A.J. Brown is constantly tweeting about how he did not get stoned in practice or whatever it is from DBs. And, he had the better day and, no bullshit. Guy. Yeah, I love this guy. If he didn't catch touchdowns, I think I'd hate his guts. He'd be like Miles Sanders, for instance. But I love A.J. Brown getting mad at practice tweets, unlike Miles Sanders, who shouldn't be worried about that. Is that me being very, what's that word?
Yeah. Contradictory.
Contradictory? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, it totally is. I looked at it. I mean, it's funny because he yelled at some guys like, "How dare you say that Xavier Howard shut me down? You're on his dick." It was all this shit, man. It was so ridiculous.
Yes.
He really went at that guy. Then he was like, "Oh, this isn't the actual account of whatever Dolphins player I thought this was." It was something like that. It was bad. The whole thing was so bad and childish.
God, get off of Twitter, AJ Miles. It's not. God,
I know.
So yeah, that's what I tweeted out yesterday. So you almost confirmed it. It's a bad thing that AJ Brown's doing this, right?
Of course, it's a bad thing,
but yes, I love it.
No, it's not.
Thank you, Taylor.
They're Mr. Chaotic Neutral, Taylor Gradatis.
Who's their PR?
They're
not having fun. Whoever. It
is. Probably not. Hey,
no,
please. Howie doesn't like this, guys. Yeah, it's like, how are you supposed to stop A.J. Brown?
You can't.
Yeah.
You just traded for him and you signed him to a brand new deal. He's in charge.
Can't stop him on slant routes. You can't stop him from tweeting. Those are the rules that we have been set forth from A.J. Brown, and I'm totally fine with it. However, second thing, training camp is over, which means it's fucking hurt season, baby! Shout out to Lord Brunson. This is fabulous, by the way. Thank you very much. The quality, the shipping, beautiful. It arrived here at Sandbox Studios. Are you ready? Are you ready? Devontae Smith calling it. A.J. Brown calling it. All these people. Hurts is going to have an amazing year, and you're going to look like a schmuck because you wanted Russell Wilson. Yeah! It's time to celebrate, man. We get the warm-up. We're going to be at Allison's house on Saturday, live streaming, hopefully, with lots of great drinks and barbecue and all that fun stuff. So can't wait to do that. But are you ready for Hurt season? Vince quit.
I mean, I'm ready for Hurt season. It's just how long is it going to take to arrive?
What a fucking balloon pop!
I don't know what to tell you. Look,
I guess.
Yeah.
Is that why you want to just get into it? Is that why you think your stupid defense is going to be like
stupid defense?
We've been talking about defense on this podcast. We might as well be Buddy fucking Ryan at this point. but the offense here is, and we just went through it. I mean, it's Devontae Smith. It's A.J. Brown. People are getting excited. I got eggplants under this desk. The offense is carrying this team, and it's going to have to for the first 8 weeks, is what we asked on Twitter.
I think it's the complete opposite. I think, if anything, I could see the offense coming around, but I don't see it right away. I have no reason to expect this offense to be absolutely dynamite right away. They tried to be a passing team last year. Didn't work. Didn't work. Let's throw the ball 45 times a game. Jalen Hurts throwing bombs. All great. Let's do this all day. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
Until they're all incomplete and you lose games. And then Nick Sirianni's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And has to change everything. So now, like, look, getting A.J. Brown is great. Could that work? Supposedly he's throwing him the ball a lot in camp. That's fucking great. Good for them. But over the middle. Right? It's what he does. It's what he does.
And it has been.
Okay.
Every ball has
Yes.
this training camp. It's gone over the middle. I've seen 72-yard, bubble screens. I've seen whatever it is. Like,
Okay.
they're all going through the middle.
Okay.
Your middle, Vince
Good.
Quinn.
Yes, good. And if I see that in the regular season, I'll believe it. But until then, I don't believe it. I have no reason to go, you know what? Yes, let me tell you, the guy that was so allergic to throwing over the middle of the field that he shattered the floor.
Allergic.
That he was.
Vince is allergic to fun.
He was. I play a lot of video games. Call me.
You play Catan.
Well, no, John plays.
Hey,
well,
hey.
I
What's
play
wrong with
Catan as well. Catan is a good game.
You stay away from that,
John
sir.
plays digital Catan, which I love.
Yes, like it's the only video game I play now. I love Catan. Shout out.
I'm still in the Overwatch wormhole.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I can't just look at Jalen Hurts and go, oh, okay, well they got a guy that goes over the middle of the field. Suddenly he's going to be a good over the middle of the field passer.
A guy. They got a guy. Did
yes.
you just refer to A.J. Brown as a guy?
I mean, what do you want me to call him?
One of the most elite wide receivers in the league. Yes, they got him. Vince
He's a guy.
Quinn.
Yeah, he's good.
That's his best asset. Yes, Vince Quinn.
He's a very good, yes, but that's the problem, right? Everybody gets so hyped up on the idea that Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown are best friends, and that A.J. Brown's this guy in the middle of the field, and it's going to solve all the problems. There is a real possibility that this does not work right away, and it's going to take time for them to actually get that together. As much as you want to see it,
what is not going to work on the offense? Even here's what I'll give you.
Sure.
I will give you. Maybe they don't come out throwing right away, which is what we kind of suggested over the last couple of weeks, right?
That's what it should be.
So if you have a better version now, like where Nick Sirianni's got his head out of his ass, he's not going to call plays anymore, and they know their bread and butter is this badass offensive line, which Boston Scott at least recognizes, and then you filter in the passing game to Jalen's strengths, where you have A.J. Brown. As this offense, granted, it's just been looked through Gardner Minshew and Reed Sinnett, but it's nothing but speed and slants. So it's bang, 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 bang. And if you forget one or the other, it's not like, oh, we got to thread the needle, which he apparently did, by the way, into triple coverage. Respect. So, I don't see one iota of this offense sputtering at the beginning of the year, and if I'm wrong, you can slap me in the face.
Oh, boy. Hold on to that, Taylor. Hold on to that one.
Put it in your ear. Put it on tape. You can slap me in the face if this defense is elite or way past this offense.
What's the deadline on
First
this?
4 weeks of the season.
Okay, done. Let's mark that.
You can make it 8 because I would really. What do you? I don't want to hit you in the face.
I think you're the only person involved with the show. Everyone that's listening is like, I'm gonna fucking smack that guy. Dude, because here's the problem. What you presented is the ideal of what it could be. Balanced offense. They lean into the big plays from time to time. Him and Brown work in the middle of the field. Everything is smooth. That is the best case scenario for this team. That's how they should run. But isn't it pretty easy to see a team that wanted to be a passing team? Didn't work. Now they go, well, listen, AJ's here. Jalen's our guy. Everybody loves him. It is Hurts season. We're going to bomb the ball like fucking crazy. We can do it this year. They come out of the gate. It doesn't work. They're flat on their face. We're 4 weeks in and we're looking around again like, what the fuck just happened? That's the problem. I don't trust Sirianni yet. I have no reason to do that. I don't trust Jalen Hurts yet as much as I like him. I don't have any reason to trust the player.
But for some reason, let's put that aside for a second. You trust Jonathan Gannon, a brand new defense, a completely brand new scheme, 4 fucking new linebackers, a CB2, a safety, which probably still isn't even here yet, and they traded the one that they got from Seattle out the door for a Daryl Morey 2024 executive package. What on earth can you stare at and go, yep, the guy that said, I need Kyle Hamilton, otherwise I won't give a shit about this side of the football. What? Where are you in the past couple of weeks? I'm really concerned about Vince Quinn. He might need a hug.
No,
He might need a package.
Look, it's been a journey this offseason, but I thought the defense was going to be one thing, which is what it's always been, and then it changed and it becomes something completely different. But look around at the defense. How much better is this defense compared to last year's team? Player for player, depth, front line, front seven, second corner, it's infinitely better. This team as a whole is so much better. So if I'm looking at Gannon and Sirianni and I'm kind of going, it's pretty much the same shit with both of those guys, then
it's not. It is not pretty much the same shit. Jonathan Gannon has to redo his defense for the second year in a row. He wanted to do all that stuff last year.
But the talent sucked.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So now you've got to
Sirianni's the same
again.
thing. Isn't Sirianni the same thing? He wanted to be a massive passing team last year. It didn't work. They bring in A.J. Brown. We're going to see what happens. Like, they're trying to do similar things. But I look at the defense. I go, the talent is so immense. The offenses are more consistent year to year than a defense is. So I can easily see an average defense last year that didn't have the pieces to now just go pew, top 5, like that kind of defense. I can see that, and it's easier to see that happen right away when you can rush the passer like crazy, which is what all those guys can do, versus a team that's trying to be, odds are, like a vertical passing attack.
Yeah.
It's just harder for me to believe that they're, especially early, they're going to be the stronger unit. I just got to look at the talent on the defense.
I'm going to come back to Jalen now, because what is his best asset in your mind? Like, where was
He's
he?
handsome.
Well, one,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
100%.
Handsome
I don't know if that's his best asset yet, but to me, I'll phrase it a better way. Do you disagree that Jalen Hurts was at his best when they were in tempo, doing his own thing, and relying on his instincts?
Yeah, that was totally.
Did they have anyone worth a shit on offense last season that was a go-to person ever?
Yeah, Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert.
Towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Definitely not in the beginning, right?
Well, I don't know how much that was a Devontae Smith thing or a Jalen Hurts
Well,
thing.
I think it's an
early.
offensive thing, regardless, right?
Offensively, sure. It didn't develop.
If this team does what I think it's going to do out of the gate, run tempo, run fast, and allow mistakes to happen because of fatigue, you're going to have a lot of open windows. And I'm so sorry to keep bringing this man's name up, and I won't even say him anymore. But I feel as though for the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, it is going to be a death race on the offense. It is going to go so fast through the middle, at tempo, and it's just beating you over and over again. You're going to make a mistake between A.J., Goddard, and Brown. And whoever's there gets the ball, and they keep moving along, and it feels like that. You don't hear Miles and all these people just suggesting how jacked they are to run this. It's because they're finally going back to their skill sets from college. That's the impression I get. We got a little bit of that in the beginning of the season. They're running fast, aggressive, and what's your plan? Go fucking score points. That's their plan. And I don't think you're ready for it. I don't think anyone's ready for it. This is going to move very fast and very dramatic, and Jalen's bulked up for a reason, man. That's not just because of his arm strength or anything. He's got to be ready to take some hits.
Hey,
so, like,
if that's where it's going,
I can see clearly what this offense wants to do. This defense still is. It's in the air. It's weak. It can do a lot of. It is capable of doing a lot of things. And even as me, as a Jordan Davis fan, I'm not comfortable saying like right away, 100%. He's going to change the defense around and anchor it and know everything and be great. Like he even said during his press conference down in Miami, consistency with everybody is where we're at right now. Everything else is great. It tells you they don't know what they're doing yet.
Yeah.
I mean, you're relying on a lot of rookies, man. That's all. I'm just saying. A lot of rookies and a lot of back-end talent still.
Not for the defense, though. Like, Jordan Davis might not even start. He's going to get a lot of snaps, but He might. First snap of the game, is he out there? Or flip a coin. Like, I don't know. Nakobe Dean, is he out there? How many reps is he getting? Flip a coin. Like, I'm looking at a lot of veterans. A lot of these guys are new, but they're veterans. James Bradbury's been around for a long time. Reddick's been around for a long time. Now T.J. Edwards is a veteran in his own right. Kaiser White is a veteran. So you got a lot of veteran players out there. It's just a question of how much can Gannon get out of them, and is it better than what the offense does? Because the problem is, like, for the offense, I can see your vision, man. Like, do you remember that we did this pretty much last year? Like, but going into the season last year, we're like, man, this team's going to be so fucking good, and if they're running the offense this certain way, like a balanced game, and they're leaning into the offensive line and running the ball and giving Hurts his opportunities, they're going to kick so much ass. And then they didn't do that at all, and we're like, well, we saw it. Like, where was this? So I can't make the Sirianni leap yet as that offensive mastermind.
That's fair. And I just can't believe you can do it with Gannon. That's all.
It's because it's Gannon and then a whole group of veteran guys that spread out between really like 9 different guys. You know, that's just how a defense operates. But on the other side, it's really Sirianni, the quarterback. Are those two guys good enough? Can Hurts overcome Sirianni? Can Sirianni get the most out of Hurts? Like, how do those things relate? And that affects everything else so much that it's just easier to say when the talent. Because the talent, honestly, if you just said raw talent, A and B, offense, defense, what's better? I don't fucking know.
Offense.
Is it?
Because of the offensive line, their wide receiving core, there are a lot of people, and our good friend Louis DiBiase, who I know, like, sure. I get people get it's crazy season, but you know he thinks they're the best duo in the NFL. I mean, in terms of raw talent, I don't really think I could disagree in terms of like where it's at. There's a lot to prove with that, sure, but in terms of talent, I have no questions on the offense outside of RB1. Supposedly.
See, yeah, I look at that whole team and I go, okay, well, offense, you're like Hurts, still don't know, could be good. Right now he's a guy, he's average, like we'll see. But then on the end, running backs weak, you're totally right there. But then on the other side, it's like, all right, defensive line is stacked. It's stacked basically twice over. Like it's a really good unit there. Linebacker is stacked to the point where Nakobe Dean, who everybody thought was going to be a first rounder, he wasn't because of an injury that didn't exist, and now he's not going to get starting snaps.
Thanks,
most
Julian,
likely.
for that plant, by the way.
Great work, Julian. See, there we go. You're coming around, John.
Just give credit where credit's due.
Julian season. I need my hat. So when I'm looking at all of those guys, everything, how that piles up, like where's the problem with the defense? The defense, it's potentially both safeties, maybe just one. We don't know. Everything else is rock solid, and you've got some depth to match the offense and how it's rock solid, and it's got depth. Like
it's got stuff behind it. I don't know if that's depth yet. And that's what I'm saying. There's more depth with the offense. Isn't an offensive lineman that goes down that I don't feel confident can step in.
Isn't it really the same with the defense, though? How different is it?
I mean,
like
if you're
Milton
talking
Williams
about
is a backup defensive tackle right now with Jordan Davis.
In the front, you're right, but I'm just saying, like everywhere else, if the Slay goes down, well, shit, man.
Well, corner's weak.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And safety,
that's where
weak.
It's so reflexive, right? Like safety, running back, you counter those two out.
So not important.
Okay, but that's why I'm saying you cancel them out. If you don't trust either.
I mean, safety is more important than running back. And to be weak there, you can disguise.
Interesting. John. Okay,
that's totally true. You can disguise your running backs because of the offensive line. Yeah. Anybody can. You can't disguise your safety here.
This team can do that ideally. Like they can disguise running backs better than anybody. Right. So all right, fine. But you take those two sides out, and this again where that depth is similar. Like. Okay, corner, like you said, Slay, Bradbury. All right, well, I mean, for the Eagles, what's the other side? It's pretty much the same thing. It's A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Slay, Bradbury, Avonte Maddox. There's no depth. There's no depth.
No, man. If you were cramming up a cram hole about how important Bradbury was.
He is. He's
so
massive.
If he goes, so if Bradbury goes down like corner, it becomes very weak.
And it becomes weak on the other side of the ball if like A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith goes down. It's fine. It's not like stellar.
Not as bad. I don't think it's as bad personally, but
it's close.
It's a debate for a couple other weeks because. Man, we're going to find out real soon. Tell us how you feel. Go join our Discord at bellthebirdmen.com or simply text us 215-509-5833, 215-509-5833. One thing we don't have to debate about because they're coming with us to Washington and pretty much everywhere we're going, is that tasty beverage indeed called Liquid Death Mountain Water, everybody. Bang, 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 bang.
There go the fireworks again.
We have been diving deep into their new seltzer collection for sure. The Severed Lime has been my absolute favorite. We are debating right now which or all seltzers should be at our home tailgates at the Gatehouse of the Navy Yard, which you can go get tickets for right now at phillysportstrips.com. And I would say I'm leaning lime more. I still think there's going to be some of that autumn heat around, and there's nothing more refreshing than having one of those bad boys, stack them next to the 16.9-ounce OG flat water cans, and I think that's a party. The lime goes with the tequila. It goes with the bourbon. It goes with pretty much everything. But more importantly, it murders our thirst. It makes Vince Quinn, very opinionated. Very, what did we say last time? Very, dude, by the way, when you lifted that can, I don't know if our YouTube audience or our podcast audience saw it, but you did look really strong lifting that can.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, see, not as strong. Not as strong. I'm looking at you, not as strong. You have the can in your hands. You look like you're a badass. So, liquiddeath.com/bell to get every case that you order shipped to you for free. And it's the best way to support the podcast, them, and more importantly, please come murder your thirst at the tailgates. phillysportstrips.com once again, and we'll tell you more about that in a little bit because I've got some insane news for that. And not as insane, Vince Quinn. Tyrone Smith, no disrespect. It's unfortunate that he is going to be lost for multiple months, I believe is what they reported.
Months.
So, with that being said, Dallas is fucked. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You thought, probably trading your best wide receiver or your most consistent wide receiver in Amari Cooper. By the way, side note, is Amari Cooper becoming the new Brandon Cooks? ?
Oh, that's a fun one. Poor Brandon Cooks.
I know. And there's an article written about him every year. It's like, underrated. I was like, well, something's got to be wrong with him. But what do you got here?
Oh, don't do it.
Funeral music for
the Cowboy season?
Taylor hates it.
Yeah.
There it is. But what do you think? 6 wins?
Yeah.
I'm right. I'm feeling like 6-7 wins.
I was seriously, I got in the car to get over here today, and I said 7 wins in my head. They're awful. They're really bad.
Really, really bad.
They're really bad. Coaching's bad. Talent's bad. They've lost it all over the place. They're injured like crazy. Here's how much of a mess Dallas has been lately. This is a great fucking story. It came out yesterday. So they're trying to figure out their left guard spot. Now, they drafted Tyler Smith this year in the first round. He was playing tackle. They want him to play guard. That's a competition. He's going against this guy, Connor McGovern, who's been there for a couple of years. He's a third-round pick. Not a big deal. He's kind of just a guy. But they're competing. Now, Mike McCarthy goes, McGovern looks like if we were going to play today, he would be the starter. But also, he might play 10 to 12 snaps at fullback, which was wait, what? Wait, excuse me?
Mike!
This is the debate you're having right now, which is funny because it's kind of like the Cam Jurgens thing that I talked about. I was like, just over the goal line.
Throw him in there. You were just joking, and you could coach the Dallas Cowboys right now.
I could coach the Dallas Cowboys right now because they're literally saying the guy that could very well be their starting left guard as they don't have the same line depth that they used to anyway. This isn't the Cowboys of 2016, 2017. That to be he also just might play fullback a lot is they have nothing. And again, and why would they do that too? Think about why they would even think about the idea of getting a lineman and playing him at fullback. Well, the passing game blows. They don't have anybody. Michael Gallup is hurt. James Washington's hurt. It's just there's nobody there. They don't have any people.
Yeah, it's they're gonna that Chiefs offense or that open look. I think it's just actually gonna be the Dallas offense of yep, we're gonna have to do I formation. You know what I think too is Jerry made a call down there and said, whatever you got to do, run Zeke. This is it. We gotta get our money's worth here, and we're finally gonna do it. Even though we know Tony Pollard is clearly probably a better option right now. I can just see this is the final crumbling of I think Dak leaves after this year. I think there's a big just chasm between everything because hopefully Taylor Credatis' bets come through and Mike McCarthy is the first coach fired.
Yeah.
which I think is very possible. Dan Quinn immediately takes over, and we all know what's going to happen once that happens. It's just like he is actually the new Jason Garrett. Rides that train and pulls him into like an 8-1 season or something stupid like that. And
We're not getting the Sean Payton theory.
Well, that's where I was about to go.
Yeah.
That's where I was about to go.
Is that what you think's happening?
Oh, well, yeah, I think about it, right? Sean Payton wants to go work with Tom Brady in Miami. That whole thing gets blown off. He takes the year off. He's got nothing to do. The Dallas job opens up. Dak is desperate. They got nothing going on. He goes, yeah, I mean, it's been rumored for like 12 years that he could go to Dallas. It's been a long time. I think he's like from the area, and whatever.
I get, yeah, and that makes sense. But I never understood. Well, if he was going to go to Miami and a bunch of other, that's been a rumor for a long time, and it never seemed to hit. And then when he's got a clear shot to do it, he doesn't. I don't know.
Well, the Miami thing was the Miami storyline was just with Brady here. It's been years of Dallas. All those rumors of there was a time just like 3-4 years ago where they were like they might trade him to Dallas.
Oh, I remember that. Well, and this is just so you know. Jane Slater, who covers the Cowboys, still thinks it's a possibility. So I forgot about all that. Thank you for reminding me, everybody. And
apologies to Dan Quinn, who could have gotten a head coaching job. Will stick around.
So
for
you
this.
guys are saying Sean Payton says, "Hey Jerry, keep Dan there. He's my guy. I want him as my DC. You can fire him. I'll be there next year, but Dan has to stay. Give him a contract." I could totally see that.
I could see that happening, or Dan Quinn just got cuckolded. It's one of the two. I don't know what it is, but it's one of the two.
Don't you think do you think Jerry then was waiting for Sean and this Tom Brady thing came up and screwed that up, and Mike McCarthy was just going to be a placeholder because of course I can fire you?
Guys on the hot
got
seat.
Stuck with him?
Guy's undeniably on the hot seat.
Let's put a tinfoil hat on that. I think that's possible now.
If I'm Jerry and I know, Peyton's going to take the year off, which makes sense with all the heat from the Miami stuff and everything anyway. He takes the year off. It's like, well, I'm already paying McCarthy. I'm going to have to pay McCarthy, so I might as well just ride it one more year.
Yeah.
Just let the whole thing die. Nobody has any questions about it. You let it go and you start over.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for Dallas to fall yet again, have one playoff win in 20 years, and essentially keep the same rebuilding energy that they've kept for since Romo left. It's never stopped, and they got how do you get stuck again with a rookie contract quarterback? Like you hit on an undrafted free agent, you hit on a 4th round pick, and you win nothing.
Nothing. If I was the scouting department in Dallas, I would be so fucking mad
because I would be
so mad
for the most part. They have nailed this thing.
They're killer. Look at those drafts. Look at all this talent. All the years of I think Dallas. I mean, for the past 5 years, everybody's been like, well, I think Dallas is going to go 13-3, and it's like, I mean, maybe if they had competent coaching, yeah, they very easily could have. They just have never been able to put it together.
All right, so out of training camp, out of seeing everything else that's out there, you see the Giants. We know what's going on with Washington. We'll get to them in a second. I think you had said it last podcast, but the continuing reminder of what this division looks like, what the NFC looks as if it's wide open. If Eagles players are upset by expectations, you gotta be fucking kidding me. If this team fails, you should feel intense disappointment and you should yell at them because it is right in front of them. No matter how much Vince Quinn thinks the quarterback sucks, it's just
trying to bury me,
or thinks he might not be as good, or whatever it is.
As of now, his career he's not that good. It's a fact. It's a basic fact. He has not been that good yet.
It's just even with a not that good yet quarterback, it'd be very disappointing if
he still couldn't say it.
Yeah, he still couldn't say it.
What, that he sucks? He doesn't suck. He's just not.
No, I meant John
great.
Still couldn't say it.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
John.
Never.
Well, never. Yeah. Well, he is wearing a Hurts season hat. I don't expect you to.
Yeah, it's just I don't think anyone should fear much of anything.
No.
And if they don't fucking hit, that's, I don't know, it's the quarterback, the coach, and that's it.
That's it. Honestly, like, think about. I think the division is so fundamental, and really Dallas in particular is so atrociously bad this year that their room for error is enormous. Enormous. I mean, we've talked about this team as like winning 11 games, 12 games. Like, it's a lot of fucking wins. We think Dallas could win 7. They're probably the second best team in the division still, and we think they're gonna win 7. You have 5 games as a margin of error here. Like, that's amazing.
So,
okay,
man,
it's a runaway.
Do you think then the goofball Dan Orlovsky is not that crazy then for considering the Eagles to be like a top 5 NFC team? Because that's what he had mentioned.
You have to
right after the draft.
You have to consider them as a top 5 team because there's just look around.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's not a lot there, folks. All right. There's just not a lot there. And like I really want to deep dive into it more next because I've got so much to say on the conference. Like I want to save that. Like we could talk about that next week. But just on the general picture, NFC is crazy weak. NFC East is crazy weak. Dallas absolutely sucks, and for some reason, people won't just come out and say it, other than us, and we've been saying that for quite some time now. It's just. This is a walk-in, which is why it's fun, because even talking about like offense versus defense, what's going to be better, they're going to be the best team in the division by a landslide. So that's your starting point, is this is a playoff team. Like, that's how I'm operating this year. It's already a playoff team. It's just a question of, are they a legitimate top-of-the-line contender or not? And that's all I'm looking to see.
The answer to that, yes. The answer to, should I be in Washington September 25th? Also, yes.
Yes.
If you haven't booked your ticket already, we are up to 800 plus people, 14 buses. And I know there's more coming because they keep booking and it keeps happening and happening. And guys, I have to tell you this now because Vince from Philly Sports Trips didn't expect this. I know Vince Quinn, John Barchard, Taylor Credatus did not expect any of this to be this early at 800 people. So, unfortunately, I've got to tell you something. This shit is going to sell out super fast if you don't move right now. It is the best $325 ticket ever. I'm going to tell you why. 1, it's all inclusive in this massive tailgate that we are having, with a VIP bar, with a cigar bar, with Liquid Death will be there, Righteous Felon, Awesome Sauce, Her Snacks, gift boxes, which we now can proudly say we are giving 1,000 gift boxes away as a thank you for coming down with us. Some tasty treats and snacks on the way back. And we just found out today that our good friends, Game On State, here in Media PA on State Street, are going to send down 3 or 4 arcade machines to the tailgate.
so cool.
Boom, that is pretty amazing. There are so many breweries, including folks, and I'll just shout them out. It's still preliminary, but we're pretty sure we can say this. Iron Hill Brewery, bang, coming on board. The Mueller Company, bang, coming on board. Their whole line, from Miller Lite onto the seltzers and so on and so on. Lucky Cat, who I just got off the phone with before we recorded this episode. Bang, they want to do something. And they're the people that make the you don't like us, we don't care beer, which is like perfect for this tailgate. I mean, Allison, who you're going to meet on Saturday, and be sure to be on YouTube on Saturday, is making Jell-O shots for the entire freaking bus.
Which is
like,
crazy.
It's insane. Jamie at Calf Barbecue, who I just got off the phone with, is making chicken sliders and barbecue brisket the moment we get off the bus. Carving station, bang, 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 only for people that sign up with us at phillysportstrips.com/bell. That gets you on our bus in South Philly, where we're being rolling 14, 15 buses deep and saying, "Hello, Carson, we're back!" Just for one game. And then I'll leave him alone. Okay, you have my promise.
Benched. He's going to be benched by the time they come back around.
By the third quarter, it's
Heineke.
I don't know. Yeah,
the legend.
Heineke again.
The Green Lizard.
The green lizard, indeed. And it's going to be fun. It won't be douchebaggery at all, and that's why we're excited and so excited to partner with Philly Sports Trips as well. Please go support them. phillysportstrips.com/bell to sign up for every trip. We're going to be in Detroit. We're going to be in Arizona. We're going to be in
Indianapolis,
Houston, Indianapolis, Chicago, everywhere. On the Eagles away schedule, we will be. We will have tailgates throughout the season at the Gatehouse. Can the season please just fucking start? Whoo, baby. I'm jacked. And you have a little bit of note for our Discord as well.
Yes. All right. So one follow up to John here with all the Washington stuff, because it's funny and you said it a couple of times there. John's just taking calls constantly to beef this shit up. Like, it has been such a joy to just every time we get in here, John walks in, he's like, guys, you won't believe
Check this
that
out.
this beer is deciding to like build us a brewery. It's just like it's just the greatest fucking thing ever. It's always such a fun ride. So yeah, the tailgates are going to be crazy, and that Washington trip is done on the 31st, by the way.
Oh, wow.
So it's not like, oh yeah, I'm just going to buy it a week before. Like, it is done on the 31st,
Yeah.
and it will be sold out by the 31st. So you damn well better buy a ticket by the 31st. It's just a fact.
Yeah, if
Now,
it hits 1,000, like that's it.
That's
it's
it.
1,000 or 31st, whichever comes first. Yep.
and 1,000's going to come first.
Yeah.
It's been just a roaring wave. So that's part one of this. But the second thing is, we've been talking about this a lot in the Discord. You other people have mentioned it on the text line. We're doing some fantasy stuff here, John. All right, we're gonna have a pick'em league. I just set it up. It is officially called the Bell and the Birdmen's Dan Snyder is a creepy piece of shit pick'em league. So that's what you get for getting 64 characters in a title. So they allowed that on ESPN. So we are there, and I will have the link out in the Discord. We're going to put it out on Tuesday. Make sure you are subscribed to the Discord. BellandTheBirdmen.com is where you can join.
And then the last thing from us, of course, it is Thursday, and all month long it has been our birthday month. Taylor Cradatis has been doing a wonderful job of annoying you on the YouTube. Please remember to get back. And just a reminder, if you were drawn as a winner already and you had trouble emailing us, those motherfucking Googlers took our server down for a little short time.
They've been contacted.
Yes. Oh, they have been.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're all square.
Good. And we are pulling, right now as you're watching this, a winner to win a QB54 set, which is also going to be at the tailgate. I forgot to say that as well. It's the best fucking tailgate beach game ever. It's 2 chairs that turn in to football on steroids.
Football
essentially.
cornhole.
Yeah, football
Yeah,
cornhole.
it's awesome.
And you'll never need cornhole again. So be sure you're subscribed to YouTube on the 31st. $500 goes to you if we select you. So very excited to do that. Thank you to everyone that is listening on the podcast. Thank you to everyone watching on YouTube. And make sure to join us in the Discord. Feel free to give us a text at 215-509-5833. And I will have so much fun embarrassing Vince Quinn. And I want you to come with us for every single thing. So, very
Slap in
excited
the
for
face
that.
is coming, pal. Big slap in the
for
face.
the old bing bong. For Taylor Cradatis, that's Vince Quinn. I'm John Barcher. This is Bell and the Birdmen. Okay, bye.
Bye.